the right destination. Traveling from our point of view.
Hello everybody, it's young Jorge with The Right Destination, and I'm here with my beautiful wife Casey, and today we are at 5 Lakes Coffee. Is it 5 Lakes? But we wanted to talk to y'all today about something big we have coming down the pipeline. We are taking our family and we are moving abroad for 3 months. We are headed to Ecuador. We're taking our kids, our toddlers, who are both under 3 years old. Our son is turning 1 here soon, and so we have a big, I don't even know, a big...
We don't really know what we're doing.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, no, we have 2 kids. Georgie will be 1 in literally a few days, and Enola is 2.5, and this will be our first time traveling with both of them, let alone going somewhere for 3 months and having to think about what our family may need. So it's definitely on our hearts and on our minds, but we wanted to express just how we're feeling, why we're doing it, and get ready.
First off, this espresso is good. 5 Lakes got it busted up in here. We should have been came to 5 Lakes. But yes, no, I'm very nervous. Just as a dad, as Daddy Bear, I want to make sure that the kids are safe. We are going to Ecuador. There are some safety concerns, just like anywhere in the world, even being here in the U.S. So it's just kind of a never-ending worry for me, or I should say anxiety. I'm not worried, but just have a tad bit of anxiety about just making sure the kids are safe, that my family's safe. Also, we run a business, so making sure that we have money, to basically be gone for 3 months. We had to do a lot of sacrifices in the process to make this trip happen. And so, with that, all that stirring in the back of my mind, I just want to make sure that we're prepared. And then also when we come back, we'll have to pick right up where we left off. And so that's just something to make sure that we have everything in order.
As a mother, I think that one of the greatest joys that I see is my children exploring the world that they've landed into, which is Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I can't wait to pop that bubble and for them to truly start to explore a new world. I think that it's important that our children are confident and courageous and curious and open-minded, and I can only do so much here in Kalamazoo with popping that bubble, but when I take them on a plane and I put them on boots on the ground in a place I've never been, I can show them through me being curious and their dad being curious of what that looks like and how much bigger we can make their world become in just one location. So imagine if we really are able to continue to travel the way we see ourselves doing in the future.
All right, so why do I personally enjoy traveling abroad, and why do I want to take my family? It's because I want my children to be enlightened by the world. I was in my late 30s before I got a chance to do many things in life. As I have these experiences, it's just so great for me to see my children experience them at a young age. They're doing things when they're 1 or 2 years old that I didn't get a chance to do until I was 36 or 37.
I think we always wonder too what our life would have looked like if we traveled earlier.
Yep.
We think about that frequently. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to give our kids the opportunity. They might hate it.
Yeah.
They might at some point be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to stay home and I want to play soccer and I don't want to get on a plane and I don't want to jump ship and go to Thailand and eat spring rolls. And we're going to say, okay, well then stay with your grandpa and grandma and we're going to go. We'll bring you back some spring rolls.
So yeah, I guess for me, one thing as a father, there's just a lot more to think about when we're traveling. So I always, even in the States, I keep my head on a swivel at all times. You know, being a black man in America, I need to know what's going on at all times, okay? And then when we're abroad, it's even another level. When it's just me and her, I know I just gotta watch her back and she watches my back and vice versa. It's just a mental thing for me. So now while we're standing in line trying to order churros from the churreria place, we still have to be content and we still have to be worried about our children and making sure that our head's on a swivel. And so for me, it's just a little bit of that anxiety. It's kind of what makes it different for me.
I'm excited to travel at a slower pace. In the past, when we've traveled, we move as quickly as we can. We want to see as much as we can. And I just want to slow down. I want to see it from their lens. And I also am excited to do some different activities than what we would have done together.
That's true.
So different foods, different activities like the zoo, parks, playgrounds, all the things that our kids are into.
Forces us to be into it.
Yeah. And I think we're excited to be able to show them something different.
So I think for me, I'm really looking forward to the food and the culture.
Who would have thunk?
Really looking forward to the color palette of the Andes. You know, those yellows and those deep lush purples and you know, the red hues and things like that. I think that's, you know, I think everything has an aura around it. And when I think of Ecuador and I think about the people from there, that's the kind of aura I get. Hornado, yapingachos, mote, horchata, the Ecuador horchata, not the Mexican horchata. But there's just a lot of things that I'm looking forward to in those regards.
Enola really wants to see a llama.
Oh yeah, we do need to see
a volcano.
Yep.
These are all things we've talked about that we will be able to see, but I think it kind of takes that out of the storybook.
Right, puts it
into real life, that it's like we can only show her so many things before it's like, oh, like I actually get to touch it.
Right.
I get to see it.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I feel like she might not know the difference between real and fake sometimes.
No.
So it's good to be able to see some of these things. Like you said, see a llama up close. All right, so for me, I'm weird like this, but I really enjoy learning the neighborhood and getting to know where we're gonna be staying at. So, you know, I'm weird. So when we come in to a new country and we land on the plane, I'm always looking at the people and the neighborhoods and the buildings and the architecture and what's moving in the streets and, you know, what people are saying and how they're interacting with each other. And so for me, I'm just looking forward to getting there, getting settled in, and getting to know our surroundings, finding the market, the local market, the grocery store, you know, meeting people and asking what's going on. You know, there's some festivals. We're going to be there around the holidays. So there's going to be holiday things going on and festivities. And I'm just trying to be all in the mix of it with my family. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like this is on people's mind is, how are we doing this?
Right.
Like, how the hell are we just going somewhere for 3 months? And I just want to like point blank tell y'all, we are not rich. We are not retired. We're not single. You know, these tend to be the things that we tell ourselves we have to be in order to travel, and we are none of those.
Not at all.
So, in fact, it's taken a lot of planning. Financially planning.
Financial planning. I'm gonna just echo you because everything you're saying is legit.
So we've had to budget. We've had to make some hard choices.
Budget.
We've had to minimize our lifestyle.
That's been my favorite part. It took sacrifices for us to be able to make this trip. So, you know, for instance, you know, we paid our mortgage up in advance. You know, we paid 3 or 4 months ahead on our mortgage. You know, like my wife said, we budgeted very tough. We actually sold a car. We're not huge car people, but we both loved our cars, and we enjoy nice things, but we enjoy making memories even more. And so we just want to echo that we had to make some sacrifices. This is not a flex. This is not us being out here to show you how much money we have. And wait till you get there with us. We're not staying at resorts. We're not staying at any all-inclusive places where, you're waited on hand and foot. We want to live like locals, and we want to cook our meals and go to local restaurants and be a part of the community. And so we're ultimately looking for a place that we could call home in the future, or maybe when the kids get older, a place to retire. But by no means is this a flex or bragging. And just wait till you'll see. I'm gonna be hand washing clothes. She think I'm crazy. I'll be hand washing clothes. You understand me?
Another thing that we had to learn and be comfortable with is leaning on our village. George mentioned the car. Shout out to Mama and Papa Wright. Grandma and Grandpa, they allowed us to inherit a car, which made that decision of giving maybe the luxury away and taking what gets us from point A to point B. And then not only that, but leaning on them for maybe when we have to go and make this video and, go shopping and get some things for the kids to prepare for the trip. We've always been able to lean on George's parents and my dad to be able to go and do those things, and we don't take that for granted.
Stay tuned, because we have a video on our preparation process and what we did to get ready for this trip. So I don't know if we're going to put it at the end of this video or on a separate video, but either way, just keep an eye out for that, because like my wife said, a lot of planning and preparation went into this, and so we're excited to share that with you all too.
And so if you liked this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our station, The Right Destination. And if you have any questions, put them down below. We'll answer them. We're always looking at our videos, making, talking to people and seeing what they want to hear. So give us a shout out.
Send us any questions you have. Be on the lookout. We love y'all. Stay healthy and safe this coming year, and have a happy holidays, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
The right destination. The traveling